Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Major League Minute Podcast. I'm Doc. I'm here with GMP. Today, we're talking all things MLV and some other stuff as well. This is episode 32, and we're still rolling on. Thanks for joining me.
Rolling.
Let's roll. I'm glad you showed up today. I wasn't sure if you needed a doctor note for today's episode, like if I needed to fly solo or what, but...
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
What happened in pickleball the other day when you got cooked?
I cooked you, buddy.
She almost called in sick to the podcast today. What happened?
This guy's crazy. We played 5 matches of pickleball.
It's 5 sets.
And I beat you 4 out of 5.
Yep, it was 2-on-2 though. I mean, but we played together and we dominated.
But you can't say I got cooked. I lost one time and it was by 2 points.
You didn't get cooked, but your sciatic nerve got murdered.
There you go. That's the truth.
Been
right
whining
there.
and complaining since.
Okay.
Just got off the lacrosse ball, jumped off the lacrosse ball and straight into the podcast. So
it was
thanks
necessary.
for joining us today for episode 32.
Thank you for providing the lacrosse ball. I needed that.
You're welcome. And thank you to all of our 151 subscribers.
Wow.
Huge jump from this time last week to this week. So thank you for the tip. They were tipping 20%. But don't stop now.
Thank you. Yeah.
Give them your sales pitch again because it worked.
Can I say the same sales pitch twice?
If it worked
I
the
just
first
see
time.
if we got subscribers, that means y'all are listening, and that means you like what we're saying. So keep it up. Tell your friends. Tell your wives. Tell everybody out there.
Tell all your children.
You do even know what I was just referencing?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What would you say? All your what?
Tell your wives.
Wives, a plural? No, we have one wife.
No, not okay. Not like I'm talking to many people here, not a singular person.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, one wife per couple.
He doesn't
tell
know
your
what I'm
wives, your
talking
coworkers,
about.
All
Anyway,
those other players on your sand volleyball team.
Yes, please. Thank you. First of all, I know he said it, but I want to say it too. Just with that increase, that jump, that just shows that you guys are liking what we're saying.
And the subscription is your way of telling us you love it, you like it, you love it, you want some more of it. Yep. Because all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. I signed somebody up, or I subscribed an older gentleman in the gym today. He likes what we're doing. He didn't know how to subscribe on YouTube, so I just did it for him.
That was way to take it into your own hands.
You're welcome. And if you don't know, just hit that subscribe button. It's free.
It's free. It's easy. It's convenient.
Right. This is you wanted to start with the VNL. You've been tracking.
Hold on.
I don't actually have the Volley World.
Hold on. I just realized, well, you always look nice, and I always look like this.
Is this a request for an NIL deal?
Yes.
Okay.
I need a sponsorship with clothing.
Well, you're not sponsored by Mac & Co.?
I'm sponsored by them from the heart, yeah.
Okay.
But shout out Mac & Co. But you always look nice. Am I not taking this seriously enough, or am I just going like straight comfort?
We'll leave that up to our viewers. I think you're actually segueing into you need some gear, you need some merch, you need somebody to rep while you're on the pod. Is that what? Do you need an NIL deal? Name, image, and likeness?
I don't need an NIL. I just need a sponsor for clothes.
For merch, for clothes?
I'm running out of clothes.
What would be your ideal sponsor? Can you give me 2 or 3? They may be out there listening.
Christian
they may be
apparel.
Fans. Okay.
I am a sucker for Christian apparel.
What's one?
I love
3 nails.
Like, I'm not going to name them yet.
Okay.
That's free advertising. I got to get them in here first.
Oh, wow. Throwing the hook out there.
But I did just find one at the College World Series this last week, and they're my number one right now.
But is it going to match? Is it going to level up to my level of business casual?
It'll exceed yours.
Okay. So you're going to reach out to them, or do we need to move on that?
Yes, I will. We can move on that. I'm just asking, like...
You do you, boo.
Maybe I'm just saying, like, internally, I'm saying I'm sorry. I feel like you always dress to impress, and I'm over here dressed to...
You're just showing
be comfortable.
I do all the notes. I do all the legwork. I put everything down.
That's a false call.
30
That's
minutes
the biggest
before
false call.
30 minutes before we record.
Now that part's true. But it's 50-50.
We're putting in the work, but I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok on the Major League Minute Podcast, because we're having fun, and we just want to keep rolling on, keep growing, keep putting out some content.
Things that people need to be aware about.
Yes. Be aware about? Yeah. One of them is the VNL.
Yeah.
Started off rough with a loss to Canada. That's been about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it wasn't that the first time ever Canada ever beat USA women's
I don't know,
in volleyball.
But they've righted the ship since, right?
Yes, because now they're number one.
Yeah, that was their only loss so far.
Yep.
And why did you bring it up? Why do you want to talk about it? I don't have the channel. You have to subscribe to some channel in order to see these volleyball matches.
You do have to subscribe, and it costs money.
Okay.
So I paid the $20 for this last month. It was kind of a lot, actually.
And you
I
watch
think that's more than like ESPN, isn't it?
You watch America play at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday morning.
I did at one point wake up at like 4:19 a.m. to like check the live score. It was unintentionally. I had to use the restroom at that time, but I was like, hey, I'm awake, so I might as well check. But at least with the subscription, I can go back and watch the replay. Now this last week they were in the Philippines, USA was, and so the timing was a little bit harder. But in week 1, they were in Canada, so the timing was super easy to watch for me.
So it moves around in different countries?
Yep.
Okay. Do we host any? Does the USA host any matches?
Not this year.
Okay.
Nope. I think USA is heading next to Thailand.
Okay.
In week 3
and you've been intentionally tracking MLV players that are playing for the VNL right now for their respective countries.
Yeah. I wanted to obviously support MLV players, and obviously some are on Actually, I think only one.
What do you mean?
The rest of the players playing in the MLV are not on Team USA. We have Japan, Germany, Canada, Serbia, actually not Serbia, Belgium, and Thailand.
Okay.
But speaking of USA and an MLV player, Stephanie Samedy. She's playing great.
Okay. I did hear this. She signed with Minnesota, right? MLV Minnesota.
Yeah, we've talked about it, bro.
But fresh off the press, Reddit press.
Ooh.
Could be true, could be a rumor.
Ooh, what is it?
They're going to be the Minnesota Forge.
Oh, really?
You like? I don't know if it's true or not. This is Reddit, so it's probably true.
Maybe I'm not the only one asking. I'm sure there are others, but what necessarily is the Forge?
I have no idea.
And why does that relate to Minnesota?
We got to tune back into Reddit and get the deets on what Forge actually means. But anyway.
And what would be a mascot to the Forge?
I don't even... Forge ahead.
What does that mean?
That means just keep trucking.
So are they going to be semis?
Yeah. Prepare for the Ice Age.
That'll be interesting. Did that come off the Reddit press just today?
Yep, just a few hours ago.
Oh.
Okay, let's talk about the MLV players that are playing in the VNL.
Yeah, okay, so back to that. You derailed us there.
Yep.
But Stephanie Samedy, opposite, obviously, I think people know that by now. Mm-hmm. She is doing really well. Mm-hmm. She has 59 points right now in the 2 weeks of competition. She has 55 kills, 3 blocks, and 1 ace. And let me just stop right there. I feel like opposites should have a higher number of blocks than 3.
You're going to have to explain that one.
So an outside hitter is getting a majority of the sets.
Oh, so you're taking the line. The opposite would be taking the line away.
Yeah, their job is, well, it depends on the strategy and like the tendency of the hitter, but let's say in general, the opposite is lining up on the outside's body, like midline.
Right-hander.
So like the ball is midline of the opposite.
Okay.
So they're taking the majority of the space away. Obviously the middle blocker's there and they have their part in it as well. That's what goes without being said. But I just feel like opposites should have... Listen, Stephanie Samedy is great.
I think she's an offensively minded opposite.
I would agree with that.
I've seen her go off.
I would agree with that. But I think that opposites in general, I mean, I'm talking all opposites, not just singling out Stephanie here, but I think they should be more defensive minded as well. Okay. They have the most opportunity to score on blocking other than a middle.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, I feel like most outsides hit hard angle, hit angle. Rarely do you get, every once in a while, you get a line ball.
Which is, I don't know. at national team level, I think they hit all angles.
Are they hitting a lot of line too? Okay.
But I see your point, and
Right.
I would overall agree with that statement that an outside hitter is most likely going to hit cross more than line.
Right.
I would agree with that. I think that's a good take. But still,
that's no indication. Maybe she's getting a lot of block touches, effective block touches.
that is also a good point, Doc. Way to call that out.
Does, yeah.
Maybe she
That's
slows
why I'm
it
here.
down, which is good. That's a very good point. So anyway, she's averaging 7.38 points per match.
Okay. How many matches have they played ish? 1,
They play
2, 5.
I think they play 3 in a week, so they've played 6.
Oh wow! And they're 1 loss and 5 wins. Good. Okay.
Sitting at number 1.
Okay.
Then Irie, the opposite for Japan.
Yep.
She's also
Miyabi.
playing for Minnesota. We're
Yep.
going but let's go by teams here. So this is Minnesota.
Forge.
She hasn't played very much in these 2 weeks of competition.
Okay.
She's scored 1 point. I think she's more of a like a tactical substitution. So I think she goes in more for like passing.
They have her listed as an outside. Do you know? Because wasn't she versatile?
Yeah, she's like, I think she could play anything.
Oh, you got an
opposite, middle.
Here. Okay.
She's plays opposite for Japan. So yeah, haven't seen a whole lot from her, but that's okay. Mari,
some good international experience, though.
yeah. Sorry, I just said Mari, but I think it's Marie Schozel, middle blocker from Germany. Again, not so much play, but she has 4 points, 3 kills, and a block. And then lastly for Minnesota Forge is Quinn Penland. She's a setter with Canada. And this one is a little bit harder because I would have to go in to every single match and manually look up her stats. But to see like her setting assists because she's a setter. But the way VNL does it as a general whole is like they just do points scored, kills, blocks, aces. So for her, says it's a little bit tougher to tell. She's scored 1 point, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's not playing. I just didn't take the time to get in there. And
Yep, that's fine. Let's move on to the Omaha Supernovas representation in the VNL.
so really it's just Natalie Lemons because Teodora Pusic, she is not playing with the national team right now.
Well, then what's she doing on the list?
Well, geez. Why
Is
don't
she
you?
not- is she
do
on the
you want to
nas-
take over the notes?
Is
My
she on the
goodness.
national team, yes or no?
Right now, she's not.
Or she's just not on the travel team?
Correct.
Okay.
Right now, she is living her best life. She just took a vacation to Puerto Rico,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then she went to LA. So she
Puerto
is
Rico.
like living it up right now.
San. How's it go?
I can't even think. I know it's like.
Puerto Rico.
Dun, 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 dun,
That one.
That song is so catchy.
Yeah, it is.
Immediately was enchanted.
When the whole plane
Plane clapped when we landed. Didn't want to do just tourist stuff.
Natalie.
Okay, yeah, please cut me off
Yeah.
because I'll keep going.
Yeah. By the way, somebody commented in the last one about some song that I didn't know, the California song.
Yeah.
Did you read the comment?
No, what did it say?
Something about
Called you
blaming
out?
me for not being able to identify what song you were actually singing. And I
Yeah,
said,
I
there's
agree
no
with
way I
them.
could have identified that. She was so far off key. I had no clue what song it was.
Off key.
Way off key.
You've never even found a key yet when you sing all these songs.
Anyway, Natalie Lemons, middle blocker from Belgium.
Yeah, she not having the strongest performance in these last 2 weeks. She's starting, she's not starting,
Okay.
she plays, she doesn't play. So not really sure what's like her team dynamic, but Belgium isn't really having the best run right now. They're 12th out of 18.
Oh, wow.
So there's probably just some struggle there.
Okay.
And just probably some difficulty of gaining like offensive flow and whatnot.
How long does VNL typically go? I mean, we're at week 6. Does it go 12 weeks, 20 weeks? Is there a tournament at the end? Are they like in their Group A, Group B?
Let's save that for next pod because
Okay.
I want to be confident in my answer, and I have an idea, but I don't.
Not exact.
I'm
Okay.
not exact. So
Let's move on. Dallas Polf have Dallas Pulse have one representation in VNL. Her name is
Konyat Archaborn.
Yep. Outside hitter for the Dallas Pulse. Doing pretty well from your point of view.
Yeah, she's scored 53 points. So that's, she's right there behind Stephanie Samedy. She's scoring 6.62 points per match. Mm-hmm. So she also has 3 blocks and 2 aces.
Good for her. You'll see as we get into it, Dallas starting to build their roster a little bit this week. Yeah. Starting to take shape and form.
And then last, before you even get all upset, is Atlanta, and it's Iga. And she's also not competing with the national team right now, but she has in the past.
Oh, okay.
And she's with Atlanta. She's from Poland.
That's why she made your list? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But right now, she's already in Atlanta. I think recently she made a post about how Atlanta has more hills than Nebraska. Like, she was walking.
Okay.
She's like, I'll tell you what, this is not as flat as Nebraska. So... anyway, just wanted to touch base on VNL. And
are you going to keep a tracker on them as they progress through the VNL season in terms of the MLV players?
Yeah, I think
so. Like a one hit, one and done?
No, I think we should. I mean,
think so too. They're representing the league. Let's go.
There you go.
On the other side of the coin.
You answered your own question.
Just track with me. Just stick with me. I'll get us through this thing. Let's move right into the new MLV signings for the week. A lot of action last 2 weeks, a little bit this week. Let's talk about Dallas first. I got a couple Valkyries that moved over from Orlando to the Pulse. One of them you got Shocker written next to.
Shocker. And that is Kaz Brown.
Yeah. Why are you so shocked?
I am shocked. Kaz Brown was the face of the Orlando Valkyries. When I hear Valkyries, I think Kaz Brown more than I think of Amy Pauley. I just
whoa.
I think Kaz Brown. That's who comes to my mind first. Mm-hmm. So I am just absolutely shocked that she made a change. I would love to know the reason behind that decision.
Okay, middle blocker.
Probably won't ever get it, but unless I run into Kaz face to face, I'll ask her.
Well, welcome to the Dallas Pulse. Kaz Brown from the Orlando. What do you read into that? I mean, she was there since day one with the Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Change of scenery. Maybe some.
There could be a lot of different reasons. So on the player side, like you said, wants a change. Maybe she felt like she was in a rut 3 years.
Tough season last year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. Maybe she needs, when I think of that, I think of like Natalia, how she left Omaha, went to Dallas, and like blossomed into this whole new creation, even though we all knew that she was like that. But so maybe Kaz needed a new change of scenery. Maybe
also a new coach at Orlando, right? Amy Pauley's now the
Yes. So that, again, that's another reason. Maybe she wasn't vibing with that new coach. Maybe she has a boyfriend that's closer to Dallas or lives in Dallas. Maybe Dallas had more money to offer her.
Maybe it was a barbecue. How about that?
Maybe that's her favorite food.
We
I don't know
for one thing, it definitely wasn't the Dallas coffee that you guys never could figure out.
That is another podcast for another time, but Dallas needs to get their stuff together because their coffee was poo-poo there.
Every one of them, right? Every $10 cup of coffee you had was cheeks.
And I'm not pregnant, so I know my taste buds were fully on point. They were locked in, and the coffee was terrible. But so that's probably the reason why she no.
Why? It had nothing to do with the coffee. She's
going to find out she made a mistake because she ain't going to find any good coffee there. Anyway, but on the franchise side, maybe, they needed to make room for another player or two, like meaning Kaz maybe required too much money and they needed to find players to fill a lesser salary, something like that. Or, maybe they didn't like how Kaz handled a situation, or there could be so many different things. We'll only know unless Kaz tells us.
Yeah,
but
welcome to Dallas Pulse, Kaz Brown, middle blocker.
And then
Hannah
Pukis came along. So
got some great experience last year when Shampoo was injured for the Valkyries. Now this year for the Pulse.
Yeah. So I'll be curious because let me finish that sentence of what her role will be. Because you would think after last year, maybe she's going to start to fill a starting role position. However, what I'm about to say is Maggie Speaks also signed with the Dallas Pulse.
Setter.
She's a setter. She played at NC State, but she has 4 years professionally under her belt in really great leagues, starting in Greece, France, and then Germany, and lastly in Poland. So to me, I feel like that kind of is like a upward scale.
Okay.
So
those are strong international leagues.
Yeah.
For Maggie. Okay.
Ending on Germany and Poland, like that's great.
That's top
so
notch.
I'm pretty excited to see her come in and
compete.
So that's where I'm kind of like, woo, is it going to be Hannah who has this, MLV experience, and she kind of she filled that starting role for a while, or are we going to see Maggie Speaks come in, who has yet to play in the United States, but she has this great international experience. So I guess there's only one way to find out.
By the Pulse signing 2 setters, what is that saying about Natthanicha Valentine Anderson?
To me, that means she ain't coming back.
She's not coming back. No official word from the Pulse. However, the writing's on the wall. We can read between the letters and the lines that probably not coming back to the Pulse, which I'm sure they're Coach Winger's.
I'm curious why teams wouldn't do like thank yous, like not to call out the Omaha Supernovas, but they did. Like they
Orlando
said,
didn't either.
No,
They're
and
like,
I just
peace out.
I don't know if like that's okay, or if if it's rude, or if it's no, like we don't owe them anything. Like I'm trying to, in this very specific moment, I'm like, which one is it? Because I haven't thought it through, but I just like, why wouldn't you say
just
thank
take
you?
the high road, right?
Right.
Thanks and peace out.
Right. I mean, maybe, I guess if they said thank you to Natalia and they have a ton of Nazi fans down there, maybe they didn't want that backlash, but I don't know.
If indeed that's the case, Coach Winger's going to miss Nati with her experience, championship experience for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about their next pickup, the signing, Julia Brown, outside hitter. A lot of international experience. What? What? Do we need the ticker up?
We got the
ticker.
A love player
transfer to the MLV number 9. Nina from Carolina. Let's go Julia Brown, outside hitter. Sweden, France, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, big time lately in Italy.
Yeah. So, and then you forgot the most recent.
Love Houston.
Love Houston had 3 of the top 5 players in the league last year. So we know that she was around great
in the
teammates,
gym with
great competition. Really, when you're around great players, you're only going to become great.
Right.
So, anyway, I'm really excited to see her play as well.
Yeah, it looks like the Pulse are kind of stacking their roster a little bit. See if they can go back to back.
Yeah,
Let's go to the Vibe. The Vibe made a move today too, or recently, maybe not today, but Kendra Dalkey.
Yeah, so I'm curious about her because she played for the Mojo for the first 2 seasons, not 3.
Okay.
I think you were thinking she played 3, but last season she wasn't on the team.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am sure.
Okay.
So when I saw her name, I was like, oh, where has she been this last season? I don't know. I don't have answers. I did not go and look up,
Well, you played against her in year 1.
Yeah.
Do you remember? How'd she do?
Yeah. I thought she
player?
played great first year. I thought she played great second year.
Okay.
I would say that I don't think that Kendra maybe is like always consistent as far as performance. I would say she plays better than not. But I remember it was kind of up and down.
Okay.
But regardless, I still think that she's a good get, and I think that she can do all-around play.
Okay. Add some depth in the outside position for the Vibe.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to NorCal. They picked up. This one's on you. I mean,
Yana.
I literally tried to sound this one out.
Yana.
Can you check the website? Is there any
Shcherban.
enunciation?
This one I feel like is not that hard. Yana.
You can't go
Shcherban.
Okay, Yana.
Shcherban.
She's a Russian outside hitter. Played in Russia, Italy, Indonesia. Check this one out.
20 years.
How old are you? Let's say you were
35.
playing this year. You'd be a 15-year pro? 13, 12. What's Nati?
I've only had 10 years.
Okay, Nati's a 16
because I retired for 4 of those, remember?
Okay,
so
those don't count.
Yeah, so 10 years.
20-year pro, I mean.
That is insane. But she's Russian, which means she probably started at 14 years old.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's most likely that's what happened.
Okay, so she's going to NorCal, going to add some veteran experience,
Big time
international
experience for NorCal.
Big time champion, you said.
Yeah.
She wins wherever she goes, wherever she plays.
I think that's a good get for NorCal. I remember we were talking how they seem a little bit on the younger side.
Yep.
A little bit. And so I'm really thankful and excited to see like such a big time experienced player coming to that franchise.
Have you heard of her or seen her play or played against her? I mean, you guys are basically the same age.
Okay. I feel like I might have seen her when I played in Champions League. But I don't know. That was that was a long time ago.
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
Let's get off NorCal, get into Grand Rapids as we move on. This one's tough.
Natthanicha.
Bless you.
Natthanicha. Jaisaen.
Yay.
Jaisaen.
Oh, you looked it up. That's right.
Yeah, I did.
Natthanicha.
Jaisaen. So she's a Thai setter.
Okay.
Again, recruiting Thai players is going to substantially increase the viewership.
Really?
I saw that post. There was like almost 10,000 likes on that post. Because
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So this is a game changer. Do the Supernovas have any Thai players?
No, I don't think so. Not this year.
I love it though. I love it.
So anyway, setter of 11 years, played in Thailand, Japan, Vietnam, Philippines, and just recently, this last season, she was the best setter of the Thai league. So that's cool. So
when you say Thai, is the level of volleyball or just like the following or the fan base or the audience, or is it both at a high level?
I would say the latter more so, but I would also say the level. I mean, Thai players are like really quick. I feel like, they're tricky. Like crafty is maybe a better, think of Nut Sada.
Yes. Okay.
Undersized.
Yep.
Totally.
Doesn't look like an athlete.
Totally easy to be underrated, but somehow will
Gets the job done.
Sweeps your feet from underneath you.
Yep.
And like shampoo, like the way she can twist her body and somehow set right behind her. Like it's just they're crafty players on top of speedy. So not saying like back to your original question, I'm specifically talking about the audience, the following of Thai. Like they have Thailand a lot of fans, but also their play it's deserving of that following. So
and their food. Do we need a Thai sponsor? Thai food sponsor?
When's the last time you've eaten Thai?
I feel like I've never had Thai food, but I know you guys go there on like date
You've
nights
never
and stuff.
had Thai?
No.
Jaipur. What?
Is that a place?
This guy only eats salads and fruit.
No, I eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
Meat
Barely.
and chicken.
You eat salads and fruit.
Anyway, Grand Rapids, I feel like they're stacking their roster.
Grand Rapids
they're in it to win it. They're a mountain climber. It's their timer. They're doing big things on the scene.
We talked about this last time. I think they're one to be reckoned with next year.
Speaking of, the middle blocker, Kaylee Ramelsberg, came from Columbus.
Yeah. I played her rookie year in Finland, but my question is, did we see her ever come in last season?
I don't know. I'd have to check the stats.
Like, I'm so sorry, but I just don't recognize that name.
Okay.
So don't really know what her role was or how she performed last year for Columbus, but regardless, she is an MLV player and she's coming to Grand Rapids now. She's signed
with the Rise. Mm-hmm. She'll be invited to camp.
She's rising.
Yeah, she's on the rise.
There you go.
Yep. Nalania Locia Libero.
Yeah, so she played for the Orlando Valkyries when they won the championship, and then she just pieced out again. Like, I don't know what she did last season.
She took the money and ran?
Yes, which I don't blame her.
Did you look on her socials, see what she's been doing?
No, I didn't creep on her socials. I noticed, like, her volleyball career didn't have a 2026 season, but she was on the Valkyries when they won in 25. Okay. So she took that money and ran.
She's on the rise.
But yeah, she's on the rise now.
Last one, Henke's the last name, Henke, Iane. Mm-hmm. German outside hitter.
Yeah, so she's from Germany, but she played college here in the U.S. Then I think she played on the complete opposite side of the country in Florida. But what is interesting about her is that when she was in Germany training as be like a youth coming into pro, she was a middle blocker.
Okay.
So that to me is like the most impressive transformation as far as players, to go from a middle blocker to an outside.
What is that telling you about her?
It's completely wild, because the skill set required for both of those positions are so incredibly different. So it's fascinating that a middle can then become an outside. And to me, that means extremely athletic.
Okay, extremely athletic. Maybe she hit a growth spurt.
No, I'm not talking about height.
I know.
Okay,
Isn't
but
she young? Drafted by Orlando with the 8th pick in the 3rd round, 24th overall in the 2025 MLV draft, but didn't sign a contract with the franchise.
Yeah, so this is technically her rookie year, but that's just like a naturally gifted, skilled person.
That's what that's telling you.
When you go from a middle to an outside, because now she has to pass. She has to play defense. What does that mean? She's in serve receive every single point. When it comes to defense, that means she hits the floor. I don't know if you've ever paid attention, but middle blockers, they're gentle when they hit the floor. Like they're scared a little bit.
Well, usually they're 6'5".
I know. I'm not saying there's not a valid reason, but they aren't comfortable with the floor. When an outside,
it's a long ways down.
An outside needs to be besties with that floor.
Right.
Like they give it all, just like a libero, obviously. But so just those two things alone, maybe that list seems small, but those are two giant skills to all of a sudden have to be able to fulfill.
Okay, that's based on the need from the rise, right? They need a outside more than they do a middle blocker. So,
well, I think so. In college, she played outside.
Okay.
This was prior to college. She was a middle.
Club. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So that's the rise making big moves. Lastly, and right before we went on the recording, Minnesota made an announcement. They're going to be announcing their liberos, plural, 2. I'm guessing 2. They said liberos announcement coming soon. You know how on their socials they put the silhouette?
Oh, yeah. I pulled it up right here. Yeah, I was just checking to see
Did they make the announcement yet?
No. Okay. It was 2 hours ago, but they haven't posted anything since.
Okay.
So that's it for transactions. Yep. Yeah. But love to see them keep coming, and soon here all the teams will be fulfilled, but we still got some
got
to go.
Ways to go.
Like
still Jack
LA,
Nada out of DC. Omaha's full, Indy's good. LA,
and then that mysterious
the 12th,
fifth new team, 12th team overall. We'll see, but
I mean, obviously it's not a mystery. Reddit is all over it.
Yeah.
Am I spitting on you?
No, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, were you about to say the name, or should we just keep it quiet for now?
Sure, let's play the game. We all know who it's going to be, but we don't know when.
Yeah.
And we don't know why. What are we waiting on? Let's go. We're running out of runway.
No,
we got to launch this
time.
thing. You want to get your people on board as soon as...
Okay, not that we should always fall back on this, but just think of last year. The MLV and the PVF didn't come to agreement until like October last year.
Okay.
So think of all of those player signings and things that they had to get ready to go by December. That happened so fast.
I mean, I almost said it. The 12th team already had a team.
I know, but you just can't rush these things if they're not ready.
We'll stay tuned.
Can't rush it.
Run out of runway.
Listen,
you got to get the fans on board. You got to get your community partners on board. You got to get.
Well, maybe they already are doing that behind the scenes.
Oh, that would have leaked. I can guarantee you that, and you would put that out intentionally. But anyway, let's move out of that.
Okay.
Enough of the signing stuff. Because we went to a conference, had the opportunity to go down to Lincoln, attend a conference, which I thought was extremely well put on. Enjoyed the experience. Had the opportunity to hear from coaches, players, Matt Rule, head coach of Nebraska football. Danny Busboom Kelly, head coach of Nebraska volleyball. Amy Williams, the Nebraska women's volleyball coach, and then several of the basketball players. What?
You said women's volleyball coach.
Danny Busboom Kelly, Amy Williams,
basketball coach.
Women's basketball coach. Yep. Some of your takeaways. We wanted to talk about this because there was some interesting content that I didn't know. Before we get into that, have you ever had an NIL deal, or were you gone before then?
I couldn't even accept a quarter back in my day.
No, not a slice of
pizza.
Like,
that's not an exaggeration. An actual, like, quarter would be considered illegal.
Right.
And I had to get, like, approval just to have dinner at my scrapbooker's house, for example.
Is this legit?
100%. Okay. Bruce and Kim Remington. Shout out.
Subway.
Still scrapbookers for life. Love them. But, yeah, if they invited me over for dinner, I had to get it approved.
Because you couldn't take a slice of pizza, couldn't take a Subway sandwich from anybody.
Nothing.
So now the pendulum has swung completely in the other direction, and it's like the wild, wild west.
It's still spinning. It can't. Yeah. It's like out of control, in my opinion.
That's basically what the coaches were saying.
Yeah, they use the words unknown, evolution, and need for clarity.
Yeah,
like
lack
that's
of
how they
clarity.
Briefly summarized NIL currently.
Right. Yep. With that being said, why would you roll out an NIL program with no framework or guidelines, or why would you swing the pendulum so hard in the other direction without any structure?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it kind of like it seemed like just the floodgates open, and they didn't necessarily know the best way to go about it, the best way to regulate it. I mean, sure, they had rules in place and whatnot, but even from a coach's standpoint,
they looked frustrated.
They're like, we don't know what we have to be on our toes. We have to be ready. And I mean, literally the words evolution. So what does that mean? Like it's ever changing.
Right. It's
unknown. Yep. We have no idea which direction this is going to take.
No parameters.
Need for clarity, meaning there is still so much cloudiness and
ambiguity is the word.
Yes, it's like good. There's just so much. So even it was just interesting hearing that from a coach's standpoint, because if they're the ones feeling that,
and they're the ones in the driver's seat, right? They're trying to drive this thing.
Yeah, I actually do wonder. Like, part of me walking into this conference, I wish that they would have started with like an NIL 101 because, again, I didn't get to experience this. So there are some things that I don't know anything. Like, I need you to just tell me, how does this work?
Right. Let's say if you did back in the day, what would have aligned with you? An NIL deal.
I feel like I've grown so much.
Shop.
If I'm thinking like in my headspace now.
Okay, let's go now. Let's go now. Bump that. That's too long ago.
Okay.
Let's go now. If you had a name, image, and likeness deal that you signed right now, what would suit you? What would align with you?
I know that I don't live in a perfect bubble, right? But I think it's fair for you to agree with me. I would love anything like health oriented. Okay, so whether it's a very clean, natural beauty product, because beauty products are like from the devil himself. Like they are caked with
toxicity,
toxic ingredients, harmful chemicals, all the above.
Beauty.
Health and beauty. Clean, natural.
Yes.
Something like, an ice bath. I love doing ice baths. So if there was a company out there.
You guys have two of them and you haven't used it in 5 years.
What are you talking about? Well, okay. The one that I have in the new house, we haven't used, but I've been going to Genesis for my ice baths.
Oh, okay.
I went last night. Thank you very much.
Did you ice bath?
I did.
What was the temp?
46.3 degrees.
How long were you in there?
1 minute, and then I get out, and then I get back in for a minute, and I stayed in for 1:30 this last time. Yeah,
you a dog! That's my dog. You a dog.
You. Okay, so keep going. Coffee has to be good coffee, though. I'm very picky.
Can you give me somebody a shout out, maybe, or do you have to? Do you want to hold that?
I'll hold that.
Okay.
Currently, I just like my own.
Okay.
I just make my own, but maybe then I would need to be sponsored by Ninja.
Okay.
Because my Ninja machine is top notch.
So it doesn't matter what coffee you put in your Ninja, the Ninja just doctors it up.
Well, it does matter what coffee.
Waka! Here it is.
Yeah, the machine
That's
does
what
that.
ninjas do.
But I still think that the coffee beans matter. Okay, we're getting off topic.
No, we're not. We're right there. Because you didn't ask me if I had an ideal, what would be perfect.
What would be yours?
It would be breath mints.
No, you did not.
If I signed my ideal name, image, and likeness for your benefit would be some good quality natural breath mints.
Okay.
That way you wouldn't have to deal with my blowtorch while we're recording. Or some what?
We do have breath mints
Do I need
right
another hit?
here. Got these for him for Father's Day.
Or a good natural deodorant. How about that? So you wouldn't have to smell me while we're recording on the set.
I never smell
The
you.
diced chorizo, bell pepper, onion
Your sons
pits.
make fun of you all the time, but I never smell you. So I think they're just tricking you.
Okay.
Okay. So wait, back to what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
How I don't know how NIL works and how the coaches are saying all these things.
Yeah.
My question is though, how much, because you said the coaches are sitting in the driver's seat. How much do the coaches actually like either work for the NIL deal or like even negotiate for the player, or is it a direct avenue to the player? Yes, I know there's the above
Agents,
the cap,
right? They talked about agents and talked about open doors.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but like, coaches...
The coaches are there to win games, period.
So they aren't in any
They
type
have
of... Why'd you
teams.
call them in the driver's seat then?
Because they're ultimately responsible for their team, their players, their department, their organization.
Sure, but I'm talking financially, money-wise.
Okay.
Are you saying they're responsible for them making $100,000 over the cap? That's my question.
If it gets them there, they're all working together. It's a team. But ultimately, everything rises and falls on the head coach. So it's not like they don't know what's going on the NIL side of things, because they do. Because they know the only way they're going to get the best team is if they're finding the best deals.
Okay.
For their players. But they have teams that specialize in that. You can't be, as a head coach, you can't be spread out a mile wide and an inch deep.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm just thinking, like, does Danny Busboom Kelly really partake or help with the Scooters sponsorship or NIL deal,
for Andy
Jackson, for example?
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't hurt to have...
Does she actually get her hands involved or not?
I say no. I don't know what the rules are in that.
See, that's why I was like, I needed a 101
because on the pro side, yeah, because you
before this 401 class that we just walked into.
Right. Because on the pro side, there are rules and regs.
Yes.
On that, you have a $1.2 million salary cap. However, nothing can stop a player from getting a name, image, and likeness deal from a brand.
Correct. I think of maybe like Sarah Wilhite Parsons and Brooke Nunaviller. They just did some thing in Minnesota with Mizuno.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
That's basically NIL, but in the pro world, it's sponsorship. Like, it's
same thing.
College, call it NIL. Pro, call it sponsorships.
So what was your question? Did I answer it?
I still think it's kind of, we don't know exactly, because I was just like, how much of the coaches really partake in navigating or directing those conversations of NIL deals? Or is it something more so like Andy Jackson walks into Scooters and she orders the same thing every day, and finally the store owner is like, you know, Andy, you're here every single day.
Are you scheming? Are you trying to get you an NIL deal?
Let me give you your caramel macchiato every day for free as long as you post for me once a week.
Do you think she's doing that?
I don't know.
Let's see if it works. Why don't you try it?
Okay.
You scared?
No.
You scared?
Although I don't like buying anyone else's coffee, but I'll just think of something else.
Okay. Yeah, beauty products or whatever you call them.
I'm not walking into like Sephora every day.
How about merch?
Yeah, I got a merch idea.
Okay.
Okay, so let's keep diving into this.
Okay, so now we want to talk about the 5 for 5.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
Because we got some fresh news right off the press.
Fresh off the press, you
because
guys.
We've been sweating this for we talked to Jen Spiker about this months ago in Dallas at the championships. We talked about what impact the 5 for 5, if it passes at the end of June, how would it impact the draft for the next year or two?
Yeah, and those are questions that I don't have answers to yet. Like,
But at least we have an answer about the 5 for 5.
Yes, so now we have at least an answer, so we at least know which direction to go. So just now, big news in college sports, the D1 cabinet has approved a new age-based 5-year eligibility model. That means 5 years of eligibility, no red shirts or extension. The clock starts at 19 years old or college enrollment, whichever one is earlier. There are exemptions for pregnancy, military, and mission. So, what does this mean? Okay. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. I'm actually kind of sad. I'm sad because that means there won't be a draft this year, at least I would think. Like, how are they?
Some players may choose not to stay.
You're right. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Let's talk about Harper Murray.
Why would she not stay for another year?
Right.
She could make, according to a source that we spoke to, someone like, we don't know for sure, but someone like Harper Murray could be making $700,000 a year.
We'll just say hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plural.
And so why would you not stay for that? On top of, college is the best time of your life. It's the best time you have with your team. Long-lasting memories. You're with them for so long and so often that they truly become your core. They become your best friends.
Right.
Why would you want to leave that? Hey. Why would you want to leave somewhere like Nebraska where you have fans from both, every inch of this state? They know who you are. They support you. Whether you play good or bad, they still love you. Why would you give that up?
Why would you want to fly commercial and ditch flying private?
That is the question.
Do we need to go there?
That's number one right there. Why would you want to fly commercial and not stay in a private jet? I'm telling you, I owe you something if she doesn't stay another year.
Owe me something? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteeing that.
I literally
it wouldn't
so
make sense
shocked if her or Andy or Lainey or
because the MLV,
Bergen,
the LOVB, Italy, Germany, Poland couldn't afford. They couldn't match that level of, unless her NIL deals follow her from college into the pros.
Yes, that is a possibility. That is a possibility. I think that it's slim.
There. Okay.
Again, with all of the other intangibles that college provides, I think
like
that's
the training table at Nebraska.
The training table, sure, but I'm talking more so like the team camaraderie and the fame and your, the support and fans, the academic advisors. Like, you have your hand held every which way in college. I guess I know that in Nebraska. I'm assuming at other universities it's the same, but I just don't think that's going to I don't think that's going to win.
It's going to fly. Okay, so how does it impact the draft next year? When does this go into effect?
Okay, so this means a couple different things. Longer development and delayed entry to pros. Duh, that's obvious. A hard stop for domestic super seniors. So what does that actually mean? Under the old system, a player could theoretically stretch their college career to 6 years if they suffered multiple injuries. This new rule removes medical waivers and redshirts completely, enacting a strict 5-year maximum window.
Okay.
This has impact on international prospects. Women's and men's college volleyball has seen a massive surge in international recruits. I can see that, actually. Now that, when I read it out loud, I'm like, oh yeah. I can see that. Who are often slightly older because of gap years or playing in club system abroad. So because the clock strictly starts at age 19, international players who delayed their enrollment to play for national teams or foreign clubs will lose college eligibility years before they even step foot on U.S. campus.
Okay.
So I think of, what's her name? The Italian for Nebraska.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Why can't I think of it?
Italiano or something.
You just made that up.
I can't remember.
But Yeah. So I think, so
Opposite.
that would, so she came, remember there was a whole thing of like, is she going to be a junior? Is she going to be a freshman? Is she going to be a sophomore?
Yep.
This changes things for her. Last thing it says is roster math and the talent pipeline. With athletes staying for a full 5 years, the top tier of college volleyball will remain highly experienced and mature. This elevates the overall talent level of the rookie class entering the pro drafts each year.
That was my take on that, too. That's the way I seen it.
However, it also means pro leagues will have to compete harder with top-tier NCAA programs for the star power or fifth-year seniors who might prefer staying in a lucrative, highly publicized college environment for one last season, which is what we just talked about.
So good or bad for the NCAA athletes? Good.
I think it really only benefits them.
Right.
In no way do they lose.
Right. Good
whether
or bad,
they go play pro or whether they get a fifth year, I mean,
it's all good.
They win no matter what.
Yep. Here's my next question. Good or bad for the MLV or for the LOVB, this 5 for 5, if and when it goes into effect this year?
I don't think it is necessarily, I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's the worst for the MLV, LOVB. Why I think it's not good is because, well, now we're not going to have a draft. To me,
we'll still have a draft. We just won't be drafting these fifth years that doesn't make sense for them to come out.
Okay. I love your optimism there. If we do still have a draft, it's just not going to be as impactful as it was going to be.
That's a good way to frame it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's not why it's good. But I also don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's terrible for pro leagues, because you and I know more than anyone, we just sat here and talked about all these transactions. These teams are still stacking up. So it's not like the pro league is going to lower their play this year just because we don't have these college rookies who are superstars. The play is still going to be outstanding.
Not wrong about that. Okay.
So I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's
the worst thing that could ever happen. It's just a bump in the road.
Exactly.
Temporary
it's just more
pain.
of like an annoyance.
Yeah.
for the pro league.
From the pro perspective. On the college side, it's like, I'll take another several $100,000. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Also at this conference, they talked about your social media is your resume. They also talked about the first 3 posts on your social media feed, not on your story, but on your feed.
On your feed.
Yep.
I think that is maybe the one thing that stood out to me the most. That's what engraved in my mind the most when I was watching this presentation. Because when I just think of people's posts and their feeds, I mean, you definitely can learn a lot what someone wants to share publicly, their caption even, or sometimes I even feel like I get a vibe for the person just reading all the different comments.
Yeah.
Because you are who you surround yourself with, right?
Yep.
So if you have all your friends commenting a certain way, that kind of gives me the impression that that's how you are. Maybe I have to take that with a grain of salt. You can't 100% assume that. But so anyway, I just was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. And as it should, right? You're displaying who you are publicly. So you should always have caution or awareness of how you're displaying yourself. But it's the first 3 posts is what got me.
Which means what?
So you can like pin your first 3 posts.
I think we did
or you
that
don't
on ours,
have
right?
to. We did,
Okay.
yeah. You don't have to. It's an option.
Okay.
But when people pin, if you have a potential NIL or a sponsor looking at you, those are the 3 posts they're going to be sold by.
Okay.
So
move your best up to the top.
You want your best at the top.
Okay.
If you're looking for if I'm looking for a natural, healthy beauty product, I need to maybe do a get ready with me post and pin it at the top.
Just put the one of you just showing up in front of the camera, just wore out and tore up, like, somebody please help me.
That too. I mean,
hey, could work.
It could work. I probably won't be brave enough to do that. But so yeah, I think that's something that really stuck out for me, especially me being on a sponsorship, the sponsorship side of things. Like I'm actively looking for sponsorships. Like I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What are some of the things you're looking for when you're looking for sponsors?
When I'm looking for sponsors or
that align with the Supernovas?
I am a big character person. So whether it's from a business standpoint or an individual standpoint, like you have to have the character and the integrity.
Okay.
So if it's from a business standpoint, like I look deeper into what do you support outside, like financially, what do you support? How do you give to community or donate anything? Those types of things are important to me. But that's me. I don't want to speak necessarily for the Supernovas or I don't know, but
but from the NIL perspective, Blake did say this. You find the right athlete saying the right thing and representing the right brand at the right time. That's how you find your connection.
Yeah.
In other words, your stand is your brand.
That's good.
What you stand for, who you are, what you believe in, what you're willing a cause to fight for. Ja'Cory Barney?
Ja'Cory.
Yeah.
Loved listening to him.
Yes.
He sounded like he came from such like this
Miami,
attitude.
Right?
Well, I was talking like this attitude of gratefulness, attitude of gratitude. Like he was like, hey, I came from this and now I have this. I'm not going to forget anyone along the way who helped me or these brands that are now helping me pay my mom's rent. Like I am so grateful and I am going to give them everything that I have because that's what they're paying me for and they deserve it. And I was like, what a young guy.
Wisdom. Speaking
so well.
Yeah.
And it just showed so much character of who he is. And so that is one way that NIL is beneficial, how it is positive. Here we have a student athlete who's now giving back to his mom and helping him pay rent.
Yep.
But, there's obviously a negative side as well, but
they're also aligning with nonprofits in the community. I remember that.
Yes. So stand for your brand, or how'd you phrase it?
Your stand is your brand.
Yes. And he loves giving back to the community. He was very vocal about that.
Yep. So, organizations that align with his belief systems, his convictions.
Right.
Cool thing. Yeah. I love it. Anyway, they also said this, or I think it was Blake, or I don't know, maybe Blake said it. The most marketable college athlete, male or female, from any sport, currently in the NCAA.
Wait, we got to
This was a showstopper. Was this a sales pitch, or do you think this is legit?
I think it could be legit, and I'll tell you why after we name this person. But you got to ask the audience one more time.
Go ahead.
Pose the question to them. Who do you think is the most marketable college athlete, male or female, from any type of sport in today's college landscape? There you go. Good. I was about to say the sport.
I've been talking about this ever since we heard it. I was like, I can't wrap my mind around this, and nobody guessed it.
If you're thinking an SEC player,
football player.
If you're thinking football, wrong.
Thinking a male.
Thinking of a baseball player who just played in the College World Series.
No, not a baseball player.
Wrong.
You would think of a football player.
It's not a male. It's a female.
Can we define marketable? Most marketable. It doesn't have. That doesn't necessarily mean the dollar amount. It's not a dollar amount. It's recognition in the market.
Yeah.
Likes, shares. It's basically based on social media awareness. They went and asked all the men's College World Series players. Can you name one volleyball player at Nebraska? Oh, sorry, am I giving the answer away?
You did just there.
They couldn't name anybody other than one.
They just did this at the College World Series?
Yes, her dad did it.
Wow.
Give me one Nebraska volleyball player current.
There you go.
They could only name one.
Want to say it on three?
Yep, go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Harper Murray.
The most marketable college athlete, male or female, from any sport right now.
That's crazy.
That is awesome.
Really cool, though. Really cool.
Why is it cool to you? Because I know why it's cool for me.
I think of the position that she's in, the pedestal that she has, the platform that she has.
Right.
I think of the impact that she could have on young girls, older females, males, and like, I think that she has, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a position of power, but in a way it is.
Yeah.
And so I see the opportunity from it.
Sure.
And obviously, the more fame you have, the more marketable you are, and therefore the more finances that you can receive, the more that you're set for your future, as long as you're wise with your money. But yeah, why do you think it's cool?
I think it's cool because of what she's been through over the last several years. If you look back on some of the things that she's been through, weathered the storm, came out on the other side of that, and is still the most marketable college athlete. I was trying to find out who dropped her during those tough times. You know, because there was a time, and Blake said this, when Harper Murray and Andy Jackson, you could have signed an NIL deal with them for pennies on a dollar.
When they were freshmen?
Yes. You can't do that now.
No.
But what she'd been through didn't ruin her.
Well, I think what she's been through is what makes her marketable.
Exactly. But that could have killed somebody. It could have short-circuited her scaling herself. Yeah. But it didn't.
Just a real quick shout out. That shows a lot for her teammates and her coaches as well.
Yeah. Mentors coach, John Cook.
It would have been John Cook at the time. Now I'm sure Danny Busman Kelly's doing the same thing, but just how much that they didn't turn their backs on her. No. They didn't look at her in judgment. If anything, they did the complete opposite of like, we're here for you.
Yep.
We're not excusing your behavior. Obviously, I think there was some punishment, but we're going to be here by your side while you go through it. And we're welcoming you back. Like, you know, it's a true testament to that culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there might be people listening who actually are not happy that she's the most marketable, because some people, I think, through conversations I've had, are having a hard time forgiving her. But I don't know. I see someone who's been through a lot. Again, I think it's important to say that we don't excuse her, but maybe we just understand. And I'm a big fan, because I think that how you said is like, it could have lost her. It could have lost her, herself, her deals,
self-esteem,
all the things. But she kind of just put her helmet on and just went through
weathered the storm.
And, you know, did the best that she could day by day, right? That's like a daily process of trying to, you know, get this mess off of her, clean up her laundry, all those types of things. And she worked hard at it every single day.
Well, what I'm saying is you cannot become the most marketable college athlete, male or female, in this college landscape without going through what she's been through and coming out on the other side. So I'm proud of her.
I am too.
I'm happy for her, representing the Huskers well. Now, hopefully they can get the job done this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
And if not, they'll probably have another year.
True. Dang it. Okay. Is there anything else we need to talk about from that?
No, we already covered that. Double down. Invest early.
Yeah, invest early.
Yep.
That's important. I think
Shout out to the Major League Minute podcast. Invest early.
Hey, let's go. I didn't
Get into grassroots.
Hey, you do us right, we do you right. Hey. We ain't never forgetting those who catapulted us along.
That's it.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting as far as, again, from a sponsorship standpoint of like investing in a rookie, because to Blake's point,
two rookies.
Yeah, two rookies. Andy and Harper were once freshmen.
Yes.
You could have paid them $500 and they would have been happy as can be.
Yep.
Now,
no go.
That's chump change.
That's a no-go.
And so invest early. I thought that was really smart.
Yep. And this is interesting, too. 80% of fans are more likely to trust recommendations from their favorite athletes.
Yeah.
Am I an athlete?
Yeah.
We swept you guys. Best of three in the sand, 2-on-2. So I got to be an athlete in order to
I will look you in the eyes and say that you're an athlete.
Okay. 80% of fans
Still
are more
to this
likely to
day.
trust recommendations from their favorite athletes. I may not be a favorite athlete, but athletes drive near 3 times more engagement than influencers.
Why is that? Why do you think
They
that?
trust them. Recognition.
So you're just saying they trust them because they feel like they know them, but
Exactly.
an influencer could be anybody they just saw online.
And
so
this is what NIL is all about. You see them, we see them on the court, on the TV, on the field. The social media gives us an opportunity to get to know them, even though we we don't know them. We actually get to see. It'd be like us putting the outtakes. You remember when you were spending 5 minutes trying to fix this stupid ponytail? Now, if we did an outtake, and that happens every time, if we put that out there, people would feel like they get to know you and they trust you. You're just a regular human being that's just trying to do the right thing.
If I start selling some ponytails,
something with your makeup and my breath mints.
Yeah. No, that's,
but anyway,
that's a good point.
We're running out of time here, but I want to get into the passing and digging, but maybe we'll save that for next time.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to say is let's talk about the take from the Pittsburgh coach.
Help me.
Did you see it?
Is it in our notes?
No, it is not. It's just a spur of the moment.
Okay, roll with it. I'll give you some perspective.
This is the
guy with glasses, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In his video, I don't even know where I had it, but he basically was like talking about serving and how, in very short summary, he was saying you should practice bad tosses.
Oh, that one.
Because then if you give a bad toss during a game, you'll at least know how to handle it. I think I slapped myself in the forehead. I was like, what kind of take is that?
Excuse my ignorance. If you're in a pro or college, if you have a bad toss, can you catch it? Or do you have to hit it?
I don't even know that answer because it's never been done. I think you have to hit it.
Mia Tuaniga's tossing her up to the rafters.
I think you have to hit it. I'll have to fact check myself.
Is that like a lead if you don't?
Literally, I have never thought of that as an option, to drop the ball.
For him to be saying that, it must be illegal.
Yeah, it has to be. When I think of that rule of dropping it, that's like in 5th grade.
Right.
So, anyway, that take, I'm so sorry, Coach, but I was like, you must be desperate for content because that is one of the worst takes.
But it would make sense if you can't catch and retoss.
No. Why would you ever practice something outside of perfection? Like
that's
you're,
like saying,
you're trying
why would
to get better.
No.
No.
Why would I ever practice hitting an out-of-system ball?
Absolutely not the same thing.
Absolutely is.
No, it's not.
Can you look it up real quick? Because this is the thing.
An out-of-system ball is something that you can't control.
This could be too. A toss.
The toss, you control. I need to lower my voice. I'm about to punch you.
Go ahead. Why don't you see what the rules are actually before you go punching people?
It'll take too much time.
Okay, we need to look that up then because we can revisit this. Because that would be the only reason it would make sense.
I'm telling you,
you're not going to throw a perfect toss every time you toss it up. If you're Mia Tuaniga tossing your jump serve up to the ceiling, it's not going to be perfect every time.
It's not going to be perfect every time, but the difference is you're trying to make it perfect. He was saying intentionally toss it bad.
I think he's being realistic.
No, dude, that is such
You're going to be hitting an out-of-system ball. It's like,
I'm not in the hand.
I'm not going to practice hitting an out-of-system ball because I'm just expecting them all to be perfect.
That's totally different. An out-of-system play is something that you can't control.
An out-of-system toss is something you can't control always either.
And also, an out-of-system ball is sometimes you can control it. If, like, the libero is bump setting it, that's going to, it's technically out of system, but it's going to be a controlled set.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Do we need to revisit this? Because
we need to
look at the rules.
Any volleyball player or coach listening right now, please roast this guy.
And please what? What you're saying, please don't let your players practice serving.
Never practice a bad toss. A toss for your serve is something that you can control. Every time you go back to the service line, you should be doing the same exact thing, just like you've done it a million times.
That's an unrealistic expectation for people that have a jump serve.
No, it's not. You train it.
Just because I train it, I'm going to do it right 100% of the time?
Have you ever been a pro athlete?
No.
No.
But I don't need to be a pro athlete to see that that's not accurate.
The difference.
If I throw it to the ceiling up 100 times, it's not going to be exactly the same 100 times.
I understand that, and I agree with that. However, whatever you just
said, get that out
said,
of my face.
What you just said is true, but the difference is you're trying. He's saying intentionally jack it to the side so you can go figure out how to hit it over the net.
Why? Why would he say that? That's your question? Why would he encourage that?
Yes. I think that's a bad take.
Why don't we reach out? That's your bad take of the day?
Yes.
Okay.
We just got so heated.
No, we didn't. You got your hand over the midway mark. Yeah, you can't cross that. That's a violation. And you had all 5 fingers.
Dude,
That's
you don't even know. You don't even know.
On that note, we're going to follow up with that next time. So thanks again for joining us on the Major League Minute podcast. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. We love our subscribers.
Yes,
we love putting out this content. We just want to know you love it too and are enjoying it. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And we'll see you around like a volleyball.